able to S-rank in the mission Attack the Watchtower, we can use the following building. We've got to use the pulse gun, the upgraded one, not the oldest one, the upgraded one. This one is like twice better, more or less, on the both hands. And then we have to use the Songbird's grenade cannon, also on both shoulders. Grenade cannons has like double shot, but they increase the impact very high enough, so it staggers the enemies very quickly, especially the ACs, so it's important to use. And then we have to equip the bipedal legs, like this one, the bipedal Tianquan. And then we can use the arms Tianquan, and the core also could be Tianquan. And this head could be like maybe Basho, something like this, just to increase the AP just a little more than usual. And we have the same booster as always, also using the same booster. It appears to be one of the highest right now, or maybe we're wrong. Maybe this is the highest now. Equip the best booster you have until now, like this one. And then about the generator, we're always keeping the same, the BP20D, because it's just a universal generator. We can use equip for energy weapons. And do not forget to equip the assault armor, sometimes it happens. So more or less this is the build we should have, the bipedal. Don't use the tetrapod or any other builds because makes you like a very slow moving. So with the bipedal and the boosters, we are going to move much quicker than usual. So in the first part of the mission is just to make a good trace, just to eliminate the enemies accordingly without committing too much mistake. It's important not to commit too much mistakes on the first area, just to not delay too much. And the same way goes to the second area, so you have to make a perfect traces to reach the AC, and the idea is to eliminate the AC as fast as possible. To eliminate the first AC as fast as possible, it's important to be not very far from him, but also do not spend a lot of time dodging, just lock on the enemy, lock on him, and try to keep at the same distance, being on the air or below, it's up to you. I prefer sometimes be just below. Important is to hit him with the Sunbirds, just stagger him very quickly, and then use the pulse rifle, which drops his health critically fast. The more you hit him, the much better. It's ideal to study where he's going to move, just to keep him constantly locked, constantly fire at him, and also use the assault armor just as a help at the beginning of the battle, just to deliver some more little damage. If you have killed the first AC fast enough, just proceed to the final boss. And in the final boss, it's important to use the pulse gun just to drop his shield very quickly. The pulse gun drops the shield super quickly. And the Songbirds are used basically to damage him pretty well when he's staggered. And when he's not having a shield, the Songbirds, when you hit the boss with Songbirds, you stagger him immediately, just with both cannons. That's why we're bringing two of them, just to stagger him very quickly. And when he's staggered, this time we're using the pulse rifle, the pulse guns, sorry. So for the OES tuning, we're going to equip the following. We're going to give 2 bars to the assault armor. We're going to give 2 bars to the assault armor. The image just went a little brighter, but well, this is we've given 2 points to the assault rifle, so we have 2 armors. We are not going to use more because this is the S rank challenge. So here we're going to update the explosive damage. Plus 12% is the most ideal, but you can put it in 15%. This is for the Sunbird's grenade launcher, of course, so I'm going to do a lot of damage with these grenades, since it will be the primary weapon of all battles of all hard battles, we should say, and the pulse gun would be a very good supporter. We also should improve the direct hit damage plus 15%, and to the right, if you have enough points, it's recommended to install the damage mitigation as high as possible. Maybe you should wait a little bit, but these three aspects are good enough to be able to complete the mission. Maybe you could wait for the later games to get a better pack weapons, but with these weapons you can get it, but the only defect of this build is that when you shoot the grenade, you're like stunned back. You cannot particularly move too much. That's the only difference between this build and maybe a future better build.
Main system activating combat mode.
Overboost just a little forward, then below, another target to the left, and then shoot the cannon with a grenade.
Who are they with?
Then we have to go to the tower, just to make a zigzag way. We eliminate this target and stand on this platform. Then we go on the opposite way, the laser out of reach. So eliminate this target and then shoot another grenade to this laser gun. Just to the target's left. This one in front. And this one to the right. We have missed a little bit, but that's it. We can proceed to the next area.
Move on to the next area.
Where did that AC come from?
Now we boost to another laser tower with a grenade. After shot the grenade, we overboost again and shoot the next target. Then we shot overboost and shoot another grenade. Destroy the tower as well. And these two enemies can be eliminated with the pulse rifle. Pulse guns, I mean.
Updating your marker data. Proceed in the direction indicated.
And we fly in toward the bridge. As you can see, we can almost only half of the health. Now the key consists on eliminating this AC as fast as possible, since we made the previous areas as fast as possible, we're doing good.
Is that?
So it all depends on the speed it takes us to eliminate both targets.
I feel sorry for you. I really do.
So using the assault, shield, and then all our weapons on him, jumping a little bit only, and staying close to him. Important is the accuracy. We try to hit him as fast as we can. The grenades stagger him very quickly.
We're 619 and 620.
Now we have him a little pinned down here. This is a very nice position where he can just a little pinned down. And thanks to that we eliminate him pretty quickly. This is the more or less the speed we need to finish him, but it's important to be really close. It is also important to lock on the ACs, to activate the lock-on system and keep it activated. As you see, there are 4 segments around the camera. This means that the camera is looking on. We're boosted to the supply. And then dash to the left or boost forward. And try to fall down without any kind of boosters or movement. That's why we fall down very quickly. And use the guns to destroy the core. Now for the final boss. These pull guns are very powerful against his shield, so we are going to boost over him, shooting the guns, and then followed by the assault rifle and his staggered, then shoot the grenades, hit with the guns, and in this style try to not him to get away. He gets away, follow him. Then when you get close, keep shooting grenades. As he doesn't have a shield, the first priority would use the grenades, and then the pulse guns. Then we just move away as fast as possible, just dash away, and use the pulse again.
AP 50%.
Let's see if we can use the assault armor. Here we have used it. And now we drop his shield again. Now we use grenades. More pulse rifles. Now we're overloaded. Have to wait a little bit. This part is a bit critical. There's no need to stay in the air or dash. The important here is the accuracy. To be really accurate. Constantly hit him. And luckily we have defeated the final boss as fast as possible. So this should be the S rank. I haven't spent so much ammunition. Maybe the expenses are around 100,000. This is the value that should be 100,000, 100,000 something. And be very high speed. So let's keep this cinematic and here you've got. This is more or less the value. You have to be very fast way. And the expenses are around 100,000. So it's not really impossible, but it costs some good amount of tries to get the S ranks.